All right, so now we're back to part three. Let's go. We're almost there. Um, I am gonna now go over some more. Okay, so hopefully you're still excited about all of this because it's just it's gonna, I mean, I wish I had something like this when I was applying because it just helps with just like the basic stuff, but it's still when you're in the midst of everything and you have your emotions are heightened and you're a little stressed because like at the time I was taking 19 units while trying to do this, while trying to like pay bills, while trying to work two jobs. Like I have so many white hairs because of it. You know what I mean? So anyways, this is why I just, if this can be help, maybe nobody watches this, but I hope some people do, just for the fact that like I think just having those practical steps is going to help so much. So, I'm all about the practicality. All right, so basically now you're at experiences. It's different than the observation hours because experiences is more so kind of those outside activities that help you basically be the person that you are. So like if it's something, it could be something that just helps show how this has helped you become who you are today, that's going to help you be launched into becoming a great physical therapist. So, for instance, like volunteer work. So, I did some volunteer work overseas, working with communities and working with like being as like a PE teacher in a sense overseas, and that was something that I felt like really helped with um, all of who I am today. I volunteer working with high school kids, and not so much the sense of like the physical work, but emotional work. And I think with physical therapists, I mean, think about a therapist, right? They're just in general, not like a physical therapist, but just like a therapist. They are working with like people who are dealing with maybe emotional trauma or emotional um, past, present, future, right? And not so much that physical therapists are called like are supposed to do that, because I think there's like a fine line of like scope of practice of what you can and can't do, but in that you're going to experience like that emotional side of people when somebody goes through an injury or is having to stop everything that they do that they love because of an injury. um Emotions do come up, and as you go through this process of, most likely if you're watching this, you're some kind of PT aide or coach or something along that lines. And so being able to understand like you're not just working on a body part, but there's that emotional, spiritual aspect. So um with that, I also um did some extracurriculum activity where I worked at a YMCA and did coaching there and did after school programs and all that jazz. And so I like added stuff like that. And then you add the supervisor and, um, you know, knowing, like, give that supervisor a heads up too. Like, don't just throw in all this information and then be like, all right, cool, bye. But make sure you tell the supervisor too, because you don't want them to be caught off guard if they do choose to like call them or email them or whatever. So then you do the experience dates, experience details. Um, Even too, I added all the scholarships that I received, or even what was it? Yeah, just things like that. So, or actually, sorry, the scholarships is in the next section. This is just, yeah, those extracurricular activities that um, just making sure that they know how awesome you are, basically. So throw that in there. Achievements. This is where you go and add in the um, type of scholarships, honors, um, whatnot. So for my community college, like I got on the dean's list, or scholarships, like I got a scholarship going into an academic scholarship going into my university that I'm at right now. So yeah, and then basically just giving a brief description of what that scholarship or that achievement was, and um, yeah, kind of how you got that achievement, right? So like for my scholarship, like I had to have a certain GPA to gain that scholarship. So knowing stuff like that, and yeah, I mean, this is a part where you like make yourself look good, you know, like obviously you're here and you're going after this PT school, like make yourself look good. Like don't be shy about the things you've accomplished, because if you're here, you've worked really hard to get here. Like it's not easy to get in PT school. So don't cut yourself short. I'm gonna say that. So then any certifications or license. So a lot of times people will get like the CSCS or some type of personal training certificate, or I'm CPR certified, so I added that. You can also do, I mean, there's so many different things. So whatever you think that could add to it, um, you should do it. Like I have a friend who works with special needs, and she has certifications for being able to help them, because she lives with a girl, and so she's able to. There's certain certifications that she had to get to be able to do that. So, and then the lovely essay. Um, yeah, biggest thing is get get some peer reviews after that. Like once you write it out, have your friend, have a professor, you know, look at the essay to make sure that it looks good, because this essay is a universal essay where it's going to be sent to every school. So you want to make sure it looks good. Um, yeah. So yeah, think about your why. That's the biggest thing. Like, why are you applying for PT school? Why are you going after this? Why are you choosing to like put yourself through this, basically? Because they want to know, like, why should I choose you? You know, that's kind of the gist of this essay. um I am gonna get some water because I am dying over here talking too much. Okay, and then we'll go over a little bit more, and then I think I'll be able to finish it in this fourth part. You know, crazy 4 parts, but like I said, it's gonna help. So yeah, basically look at what school you want. So I'll tell you the school, when the program starts, what city, what state, and the deadline to submit the application. So this deadline was due May of 2022. So, or is, not was, sorry, is, I forgot that it's 2022. So your deadline, a lot of times, like, I mean, this is a rare occasion where, because it starts um, in January of next year, that it has an earlier deadline. But let's see, I applied to uh, Regis University. Oh, let's see if it'll come up. Oh, okay. Just kidding. Let's look at Colorado. Is it gonna go? Nope. Okay. We are gonna choose a state. How about that? So, okay, we're just gonna. So filter. I can do this, guys. We can do this. A filter. And why? Oh, because it's like they aren't showing which schools are available right now. Okay. Well, either way, you can go and look at, why is it being weird? Okay. So let's see. Oh. So yeah, you can go like see, for instance, this one. Oh, the deadline's still there. Okay. Well, it definitely depends, I guess, because your deadline, if you look at it, you're not gonna, yeah. So that's when the deadline is, but then that's when the program starts. So you just kind of got to look at like, okay, when is the deadline? Because a lot of times they had deadlines like October. Like look at this one. Like this is, I would say, is a more common one. I don't know why so many of these are made. I guess just because of the timing of me doing this video. But usually it's around October, November, and then the program starts in fall. That's majority of them, but it looks like there's more schools that are starting in January or May. So just keep that in mind when you are doing that. So yeah, that's basically, let's see, what if we did, let's choose this one. Why not? I don't know. So I added that one. We'll choose one more. Also, make sure that it's accredited because you do not want to do developing and then it not happen and then you get screwed because they didn't get accredited and then you're like, cool, this is new, I haven't seen rolling, so they, I guess you don't really have a deadline so you can apply whenever, but I don't know, that seems stressful to me. um Again, developing candidate for accreditation, sketchy, would not do that, so many developings, that is. And then there's multiple locations, which you could do, but you might not get the location you want and then go to a location that you have to go to, and that would not be fun. And then we'll just add this, why not? I don't even know what these schools are. So then you go, okay, like I said, a good lump of money. And you're like, cool. Continue. So now you have those schools on the radar, and then program materials. So now this is where you're going to go to the schools that you chose and you're going to look at, okay, what does this school require? I'm going to actually stop right here and then we will get to the rest of it, okay? Because I don't want to make this too long.